Kenneth Craig is outside the courthouse in Kalamazoo. When are you expecting to see the suspect in court, Kenneth?
Well, Contessa, those hearings are set to begin here at the county courthouse in just about a half hour or so. Dalton will actually appear in the second one, the arraignment by video link. The first will be a probable cause hearing, expected to start here about 1:30 or so, and that is going to be the more significant of these two hearings, and that is because during that hearing, police will essentially lay out their case we are expecting against this man. They will likely read a narrative, talk about the evidence they have so far, what they got from those surveillance cameras, what information they possibly got from eyewitnesses, what they found at his home and on his phone, and what he said, if anything, when they did eventually arrest him early Sunday morning.
All right. And so in the meantime, are you learning any more about what kind of evidence investigators have?
Probably the most significant piece of evidence that we know about so far is that surveillance video. That was captured at both the Cracker Barrel, where those 4 women were killed, and also at the car dealership. We were told by authorities that that video is extremely graphic, that it essentially captured the entire thing, and that evidence is what helped police track this man down and get a good glimpse of his vehicle and a good glimpse of his identity to help find him when they eventually did after he left that bar later that night.
And it's just stunning that he was driving his Uber car while the shooting rampage was taking place, in between shooting episodes. What are passengers who rode with him that night saying?
And that really is perhaps one of the most stunning things of all. And those stories started emerging not long after his arrest. We've heard from a number of different passengers who apparently, according to them, rode with him before, after, and even during the shooting rampage. One of the men was a passenger of his about 90 minutes before this all began. He says not long after he got in the vehicle, Dalton started driving erratically, 80 miles an hour, running stop signs, over medians, even sideswiping vehicles, and as soon as he had the opportunity, he actually jumped out. Another passenger who claims he rode with him during the shooting spree says that he actually recognized his vehicle from police reports, and when he got in, he questioned him. He said, "This looks like the vehicle police are talking about. You're not the shooter, are you?" And he said, Dalton said no.
Are they getting any closer to discovering what his motive was? What possible reason could he have had for opening fire in such a random way?
So far, prosecutors say they have no idea what motivated him to allegedly do all of this, and we're hoping that during this probable cause hearing or even during the arraignment, authorities might have a better idea today after they've started to sort of sift through the evidence, go through his records, talk to people who knew him. But so far, authorities say no, they don't know what motivated him. According to people who knew him, neighbors, they describe him as a family man who often was working on his cars outside of his house. He apparently taught at a community college, auto body, at one point, and was a former insurance adjuster. So that is a big question still out there this afternoon, Contessa.
Kenneth Craig, thank you so much. Appreciate the update.